This music is fun. You got to enjoy this music.
Oh my God, I need some makeup.
We're on live. Just so you know. Now the whole world knows.
Oh, hi, everyone. No, I said I need some makeup, and Ira was like, "Oh, we're on live." I was like looking at myself.
Oh my, that would have been funny.
No,
You're gonna get some comments on that, I guarantee you.
I don't think you need any makeup, Kelly. I think you're good.
Thank you. I brushed my hair and I put a sweater on. That's about it. I was in my hoodie. You can ask Nicole. We get on Zoom all the time, and I have like a hoodie on. And she's like, that's the same hoodie that you went on yesterday and every day last week. I'm like, yep. Well,
hello everybody. Welcome to Follow Me Live. We're having fun. We actually started this and had to restart, so this is why we're already kind of yapping and stuff. We're having technical difficulties. I broadcast this, I simulcast it 3 spots, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook all at the same time. Crazy. And we do this every Friday. Changed up the view a little bit here for us, but we have a bunch of people in the comments. So anyways, Kelly, who announced to the world that she needs to put on makeup.
It got really close. The view got really close.
Here we go. This is somebody who's rooting for you there. And I agree, by the way.
Thanks, Julia.
I agree.
I hope we're connected.
You don't need makeup. Yeah. And look, if we're not connected, that's the whole point of this thing, guys. It's called Follow Me. And there's a bunch of different reasons why Follow Me on LinkedIn specifically is a safer way to do it. But if you will view somebody's profile, here's what you want to do. You want to go view. I like this expression. I just learned it on Pinterest from my twin daughters who are 12. It's the expression called follow for follow, F4F. So I had not heard that one. I use IFB all the time. IFB on Twitter stands for I follow back. So a lot of times you'll see me with a hashtag on Twitter. You'll see IFB, and that's what it means. I follow back. So now there's a new one, F for F. Follow me, hashtag follow me, is the same thing. You want to view people's profile. You want to hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that friend request, hit that connection request. Now, here's the thing. On every platform, this is social media advice 101. Just got done teaching my daughter who got put into Pinterest jail. So they all do it, right? You cannot just hit follow. You can't hit connect, subscribe. You can't do that. You're going to get locked down because they're going to think that you're. So what you got to do is pace yourself. Now on whatever platform you're watching, it looks like all the comments so far from LinkedIn, which doesn't surprise me. That's, far and away the biggest audience I have is on LinkedIn. But, we lost Joe. Hey, there's my buddy Alon. Alon and I just started a new show. We premiered it on Wednesday. It's called ABC, Alon's Blog Club. And Alon and I review his blog, which he put out this Thursday. So over the weekend, he'll probably start to come up with an idea. And then Monday or Tuesday, he'll start to formulate and write it. And then Wednesday night, he'll scrap the whole deal and write something else. But he'll put it out on Wednesday or on Thursday, and then we will in 2 weeks we'll come back. Now, Joe, I just talked to Joe. This is breaking news here, guys.
Breaking news.
World news. I need to put out a press release. Here we go. Since I'm doing a show with Alon every other Wednesday,
it's not good.
Move it this way.
What do we do?
You're making me want to move mine.
Making me nervous.
Here we go. That's like how women like it. Like,
there you go. From the top.
Yeah.
I don't want to look up your nose. I put that out as a tip.
Yeah, I saw that. That was funny.
Yeah. So no, I don't want to see if there's anything up the bat cave. We can come back. No bats in the bat cave. Okay. So here's the thing. Alon and I are doing a show every other Wednesday. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn with this Alon's Blog Club, which is a really cool show. But Joe Stepke is my bestie. So I
Yep.
didn't even say LinkedIn bestie. I just
LinkedIn bestie.
hang it. So here we go. So we're gonna do a show. We're gonna call it. What did we say? Dang it.
Well, we're not talking about Joe After Dark.
No. This is Joe, a cup of Joe with Ira.
Yeah, Cup of Joe with Ira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wednesday cup of Joe with Ira, I think is what we. Anyways,
Wednesday Cup of
we'll
Joe.
get the name straightened out. But
Yep.
the idea is, I love coffee, and I love Joe Stepke, and I'm gonna bring both of them.
Bring both, and it's just a regular chat.
Yeah, we're just, it's going to be fun. So we might talk about comics. We might talk about finance stuff. We might talk about the world of social media. We might talk about Bowman Digital Media. Should we tell them? So I'm getting a camera today, a new camera. And my first client with the new camera is booked. And it's a funeral.
I thought we said you weren't going to. This is not what
I'm
you
not going to advertise it. Like, I'm not going to show the video. But
all right. Well, whatever. Go ahead.
Life is real. So somebody called me up and said, "Hey, can you come my guy? And we want you to, record it." So yeah, that's what I'll be doing Tuesday.
That's cool.
Yeah, my brand new high def camera, video camera with boom mic, and I'm going to be out there next to I'm going to be at the cemetery. Anyways, I don't know, but it is what it is. So life is real. But Joe and I are going to talk about real stuff. That's the whole point. It's not, if you guys know me, I'm not precocious or pretentious or any of that stuff. Like, I don't wear Nike shoes or drive a Mercedes Benz or any of that stuff. I shop at Walmart and Target and Costco and Amazon Prime mostly now, but that's because of the pandemic. But you know what I mean? I don't, life is what it is. It's messy sometimes, and that's okay. I think that's what people like about me, honestly, is that,
that you're a real person.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be something I'm not.
Right.
So, it's cool that I got a bunch of followers, but it wasn't my goal in life. So anyways, Joe,
are you following me? Are you following me? I don't believe you.
Yeah, I got that yesterday a lot, didn't I? I get that actually every day.
That's really funny.
I don't know why people don't believe me. Like when I say I'm following them, I follow everybody back. Look, now here's the thing. I will tell you this. This goes to LinkedIn specifically, but if you don't have your settings where you can have a follower and I click the follow button and it doesn't take, that's your fault, not my fault. So there are people that follow me that I don't follow back because they don't have their settings right.
That makes sense because I've hit it and it comes back up.
Yeah. So what happens is this happens when it's on the phone. If you do it from the app, it does that. If you do it from your computer, it doesn't actually show you that. So I used to try to go back and tell everybody, but then it was kind of like, well, you're not my boss. You can't tell me what to do. Or they wanted to argue with me about the safety of doing
you're
that.
You're not my boss.
You're just trying to help them.
I'm just
trying that one. That would be good. That would be funny. Yeah. That would be actually pretty funny.
So there's that. But I have a follow back policy on every platform. I was nervous about doing that on Facebook. I will not accept all connection requests on Facebook. I'm just going to be completely transparent. But I do have a company page, Bowman Digital Media. You follow me there, I'll follow you back there. You know what I mean? I'll engage with you. But for Facebook, because I have pictures of my kids and stuff on there, I'm a little bit more cautious about who I will accept on Facebook personally. But I have a follow back policy everywhere else. Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. I mean, everywhere. Right. And if you show me on Facebook that you're a normal person and not trying to, be a pedophile or whatever.
Well, I gotta add to that on the Facebook thing, Ira, because I've gotten requests from people I don't even, and I'm talking about that don't even have a history on Facebook. Yeah. And I'm married to a New York Italian.
Yeah.
So I can't be, like friend requesting, there's some, I mean, I have to delete a few requests, not all, but when there's nobody that I don't know, and when you look at the profile picture and there's like it's just, I don't accept those friend requests. So just want to throw it out there to everybody.
Hey,
Sabrina confirm everything, but
Sabrina likes our show ideas. So that's cool. Have you guys met Tina?
No.
Kelly, you need to meet her. She's in our space.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah. So you need to get with her. She was on Project Podcast, which is my podcast on Project Help You Grow. She is amazing. Let me tell you. I met her I want to say like a month or two before he was on the show, just like in the comments. Look, guys, I'm telling you, if you read the show description, everything good that you want on social media, everything good, isn't about your post. Everybody, they sweat so much about the post. You know what it is? It's the comments, because that's where you get to really meet people. You build a rapport and all those things, your visibility. If you come, look, I'm gonna be just completely blunt with people this morning. If you make the world's best post and you have a network of 300 people, guess what? It doesn't really help you, because nobody's going to see it. If you come to my post, do you know my post yesterday had 110,000 viewers in one day?
Yeah, crazy.
Okay. So if you make a comment in my post, you're going to be seen by 100,000 people, and you have the potential to grow so much more than if you spend 15 minutes or half hour crafting this wonderful, look creative. I mean, some of the stuff I see, it's creative. This is a good point too, by the way. I want to come back to this, but
Julia, you're right.
But nobody sees it. So in comments, go to comments. Like, I love going to Gary or Kirsty, or, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but somebody my size, right? Anybody that's got a larger network, when you go and you see their post and they've got 100 comments or 200 comments, you know what I mean? That's a good indicator that, okay, that's a place to make a comment. Now, I will say this. If you take the time to read the post, you might as well comment.
Comment on it.
You've already done the hard part, which is reading the post. So leave a comment. If you're not sure what to do, here's some friendly advice on all social media. You can always comment on the author itself. You can always comment on anything topical, like, how are you guys doing with the pandemic? Even though I know, COVID-19 stuff is, people have fatigue on that. But you can still comment about circumstances. If they're from a different area, you can say, hey, how are things going in, whatever area. If they're in a space that's like aerospace or something that's way over my head, I might ask them, like, hey, how did you get into that? I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff. And of course, there's the post. And you don't even have to comment on the post. You could comment on somebody who's commented in the comments, right? Like if I see Joe Stepke or Kelly Robinson in the comments, you laugh. See, don't laugh at me, fool. Anyway, if I see you guys, I'll comment. In fact, sometimes I'm at a post because I saw that you commented on a post.
Mm-hmm.
The other part of commenting on posts, look, if you have friends and you want to help them grow and you make comments in their post, guess what? You're inviting your network
to look there.
Yeah.
Social media platforms use an algorithm. All of them use a feed. All of them use notifications. So all of them, now they work differently. Each platform is different how it works, but it's a similar idea where the more comments you get, the more it's going to promote those posts. So you're helping the author out by making any comment, but you're also helping yourself out because you're increasing your visibility. So get in the comments. Remember on LinkedIn to keep it professional. Remember on all of them to keep it friendly.
Yep.
Always be nice. If you can't be nice, then just scrolling, because it will reflect poorly on you. Even if your point is valid, you're still going to come across looking like a jerk. So you just have to think of a way to say it friendly, or if you can't because you're so, in it, then just back off and move to puppies.
Can I ask a question?
Work better.
If I could ask a question, you said like on some of the topics to just post on there. Going back to the whole aerospace thing, like you were talking about, I wouldn't go and comment there and just say, so how's everybody doing during the pandemic? I mean, read the room, I guess.
Right. No, yeah. Great point. I mean, we learned this in sales, right?
I mean, I'm trying to make a joke a little bit, but
it is true. It is true. You do got to read the room. You got to read the room, take the temperature of the room. If everybody's being serious and you come on in with a joke, now this is where Ira being Ira. I might do it anyways, but most people can't get away with it, right? So if you have a personality like and Joe, you and I have similar personalities, right? So you could do the same thing. Kelly, probably not so much. That's not.
Yeah, I could see Kelly if Kelly did something like that.
No, she's funny.
Come over like, oh man, is she upset?
I mean, she's funny. Look, she doesn't even know how to spell her own name. Kelly is K-Rob.
K-Rob.
What up?
I'm
But-
from Philly, yo.
Yeah, she's from the least coast. Wait, you are kind of too.
Oh my gosh, the East Coast, is that what you just said?
We're gonna look. We're gonna get. Oh no, this way. We're gonna push Ira out of his own show. Just the Kelly and Joe show.
Yeah, the Kelly and Joe show.
That probably would be more
Oh,
entertaining.
good, Kelly and Joe. I like that.
Yeah.
You guys just kicked me out of my own show. That's funny.
Now,
Yeah. So
right, he
my
was just
thing,
making a joke.
here's the thing. Like, look. So here's your persona matters in that situation because Mike could do it too. And in fact, I'm gonna tell you, I was commenting with somebody, that I work with, and it was a message, direct message, and I was super serious. I was in work mode. A lot of you guys don't get to see that part of me. It's a different side of Ira. Joe, you've seen it, right?
Right. Yep.
The introvert side, the I'm in my zone work. Kelly, you've seen it too, actually.
Yeah, many times.
So, a lot of people who don't know me real well, they don't know that side of me. But trust me, I'm all business when I'm doing my work. So they sent me a message and I responded super serious, short, to the point. I wasn't rude or anything, but it wasn't my bubbly persona. And he goes, "Hey, is everything okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just busy. I'm super busy. Working for myself, I'm working more hours than I was working when I had a job, which sounds crazy, but like there's no work laws for myself. It's just like never stop the life of an entrepreneur. I really one day I want to do a 24-hour record the life of Ira Bowman. I think a lot of people would be interested in watching that, like a documentary.
I would.
You have to have the GoPro cam too.
Well, I'm thinking about, because I'm going to have a couple different cameras now to have my kids maybe do it or something. But I think people would be interested in it. But to see like from the moment I get up to the moment I go to sleep,
I love that.
you know what I mean? Because
I want to know how to do all your social sites. Like you have every site. I get stressed about LinkedIn. Like I can't imagine doing that at every site.
I get I get so many questions from people about I think he's talking about when people are upset or whatever.
Oh yeah.
These are our friends though.
Yeah.
Curtis and Mike, if you guys want to jump in, let me know. I will I'll shoot you over the link. We can
You know what? I got to say something. I was telling Ira earlier because I've gone dark on social media. I'm on vacation actually. He made me come out today.
Yeah, I missed him. I couldn't.
He called me up, so we were talking. We're on the phone for about 40 some odd minutes. He goes, "Hey, it's that time again. Are you camera ready?" And I'm sitting on my back porch and I'm going, "What?" I go like this. He goes, "Are you camera ready?" I go, "Ira, oh man." And we were talking about Joe After Dark, and then we were talking about doing something on Wednesday, like him and I talking. I go, "All right, let me go. Let me get sort of camera ready. Give me 5 minutes. I'll be down in the back cave." And but
I've seen that before. We've seen you suit up.
Right, and but
he
now I'm not
dressed to the nines.
Yeah, I'm not suited up at all. Well, my wife calls this the Fred Flintstone shirt.
Oh, you look great.
Rubble over
And
there.
Now I'm Barney.
Yep.
Because
Fred.
we're besties, so he's Fred and I'm Barney.
She goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "I'm doing a live." She goes, "And you had to wear the Fred Flintstone shirt." So, yeah, yabba dabba do.
You look great, Fred.
This is a good idea too. The thing about that documentary that I was talking about is just because I get so many questions like, how do you get it all done in a day? And I really want to show people how I manage the day because I'm very much systematic. If you know me, you know everything is a process. And so like how I do comments and stuff, I mean, I don't want to give away all my secrets, but I make use of the phone. So when I'm not at my computer, I still have the phone in my hand. And, I mean, it doesn't take as long to comment and stuff when you get good at it. But making a post, like Kelly and I were talking about this the other day, how long does it take you to write a good post? It usually takes me about 5 minutes, honestly. You know what I mean? So 5 minutes for a good post, I can crank them out. Now, I do not use any automation tools anywhere. I get asked this question all the time. Do you automate your post? In other words, is there like a scheduling service that you put your posts out and you don't? And I do not do that. One of the ways I can prove it is I smart tag my businesses, hashtags and all that stuff. I do that. And if you really pay attention to the people who do automate, they don't respond to their comments because they're not actually even at their computer when they post. So when you comment on one of my posts and I respond right away, you know that I'm there.
Yep.
I don't need a computer to automate something if I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
Julie, you're a very nice person. I gotta say, you're making me blush over here. It's true. Big brother is always watching. But this is what I'll say. I get so many people who ask me how do I do it, and I teach it honestly. So if you suck at this and you want to get better, that one Bowman coaching that came into being for that express purpose.
Yep.
1 hour session. It's $100. I record them, and so you can watch them back later. As a reference tool. But we can go through the first thing that I ask before the session even starts, what you're trying to accomplish. I review what you're doing currently, and then I help you figure out systems to improve. But that's how that got started. Was people wanted to know, hey, how are you doing this? How are you growing? How are you getting traction? How are you selling? How does this all work? And so Bowman Coaching is there.
But you were doing that for free for a while.
Yeah,
right?
So it started for free.
Into a business.
Well, it started for free, and then what happened was I was still working for California Surveying and Drafting Supplies, selling printers in the Bay Area, and so I didn't have unlimited time to help people. So I had so much time, and then I have 8 kids and my wife, and happy wife, happy life for me. So I didn't want to get divorced, so I have to spend time with them too. So it's like, okay, so I have this much time to do it. And so I'm like, well, how am I going to decide who I help and who I don't? And so I said, well, I might as well charge for it. And that'll help weed out, the serious folks from those who are just playing at this. And anyways, I did. I had a rate of $75 an hour. And the $75 rate, I was still getting too many people were booking. And so I raised the rate to 100, and that got rid of a few more. And now I'm okay at 100 an hour so far. So this question, what would you suggest companies who are going overkill using the pandemic as an excuse? Well, I'd probably need a little bit more information to answer that intelligently, but I will tell you this. In life, you can find pockets to excel, or you can use things as an excuse to hold you back or to allow you to slack off. For me, I'm about acceleration. So in the print world, here's a perfect example. The print world, a lot of companies were closing down, so the orders went way down, right? What I was doing is I was trying to figure out ways to help them that they needed that could also help me. So you guys all saw it. I started doing floor graphics. I started doing the COVID-19 safety stuff. And then as soon as I found out I had a viable solution to do the sneeze guards, the plastic shields, I started making those. And that's how I came about it. One of the things that I also did was I offered the graphic design for my clients in the print world. So they didn't even have to worry about setting up the files. So I made it as easy for them as possible. In the digital space now, I'm helping people all kinds of ways get through the pandemic, increasing their SEO, helping to manage their business pages, teaching their sales staff, via sales consultations. Joe is out there helping give people payment options. Kelly's out there helping find, retain top talent. I mean,
I created a new service and it worked.
Want to tell us about it?
It was called a pipeline service, right? So people should always be pipelining, just like in sales, right? You're always prospecting. Well, for us, we should hiring, right? We're always looking for candidates. Well, clients should be doing that too. So when everyone said, I'm not hiring right now, I would say, well, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be recruiting. Right? So you should be pipeline recruiting. I'll give you something discounted if we're just trying to build up your market share out there and have people understand who you are and what you're looking for. And when you're ready to hire, you're ready to hire.
Damon,
I saw that, Damon. That was funny.
Damon thinks that you're actually sitting in front of all that stuff. Damon, welcome to the world of green screen.
No, it's not. Damon, this is my office. Come to Indianapolis. Come on.
Damon knows better.
I don't know that Damon knows better.
I know he does. You guys have all seen my office.
Damon knows that Joe Stepke is a huge nerd.
If we're gonna, I gotta do something. I'm gonna actually do something. And let me see.
Are you gonna change it up?
Can I? How do I put a comment? Am I allowed to put a comment in?
Yeah.
So what you have to do is you have to go to one of the 3 sites. You can go to LinkedIn, Facebook, or.
Well, I'm doing it. I'm going to send it to you, Ira, if I can. Can I do it?
Joe, can you do your phone too?
You can do it on your phone. But I'm on LinkedIn just to be.
Well,
there's like when someone puts a comment, look, it comes up like 6 times. Do you know that?
Yeah, and well, then what I do is I go into the comment stream, like right here.
So I'm going to go into LinkedIn.
Hey, this is what I'm telling you. Damon's like. We all know that virtual backgrounds exist. I'm sitting in front of my green screen.
No, I built it out, Damon. You're right. Thank you. That's why I like Damon.
Yeah, he knows
what
I know. There's nothing you won't do for comments.
All right. Well, since I am such a big nerd, I got to show you. I remember when I was telling you on the phone, the guy that made that stuff for me and stuff that's in there. Do you mind if I give him a shout out? He doesn't have.
I terribly mind. You just can't. Yeah.
All right, I won't. Too bad.
Good.
Anyways,
shout it out,
Matthew Herons, and I'm going to put his link in comment or in the.
Wait, what's his name? Say it again.
Matthew Herons. HIRONS. HIRONS. Matthew. He's in Indianapolis.
Okay, show us.
All right. He made this. All right.
That's so cool.
He made this for me. And he made this.
Oh, nice.
And he's making something for my wife and I. They're going to be in frames today. I'll get the frames later on. But I was talking to him yesterday. I was going, hey, Curtis, how are you, man?
Hey, Joe.
And Curtis, thanks so much for checking up on me. I love you, man. You're awesome. Thank you.
That's why he's on the show.
But
I sent him a personal invitation because I love this guy.
Yeah. He after 2 days, well, Ira knew what I was doing. After 2 days, Curtis goes, you okay? Because I know he's thinking back in November, like something like the thing happened to me again. I should tell everybody, I should get on the dream team and just say, I'm fine. Oh, Curtis's book. Yep. But
speaking of press release, hello.
I got the book. It's upstairs.
I got the author's PDF version of the book first and read it, and then I got the actual book a little bit later, which I'm going to send it back to Curtis because you got to sign it.
I got mine too.
I need that signature. But Curtis, we got a question in here, so I'm going to come back to this. Samir, you are talking to, I don't know if you know this, 3 people that all work in this space of the job seeker world, right? So I run Project Help You Grow, which is a free website, and I connect job seekers to recruiters and employers for free every day. It's projecthelpyouggrow.com. You've got Curtis Tompkins here, who is a resume writer, cover letter writer. He coaches people on how to prep for interviews and a whole bunch of other stuff. He also is an author. If you didn't know, look, this is $4, the electronic version. You can get this for $4.
But buy the paperback.
Yeah, or you can spend $6 and
or you can buy both.
Now check this out. Did you know this, Curtis? This is the print nerd in me. Okay, this is called soft touch. It's a coating that they use. Yep. It's a varnish. Okay, and for all of you who are watching, if you can imagine suede leather, when you feel suede leather, that's what this is, baby.
Sales guy.
It's as smooth as Curtis's bass voice.
He's the best voice.
He is so, his voice is super sexy. I have a man crush on Curtis's voice.
Yeah, okay.
Say stuff like that. You guys are all like, "Oh, I love you, I love you." I'm like, I can't. Mm-mm.
I know you can't say that, especially with we can't necessarily.
Kelly,
why.
Kelly, listen,
I don't want to bust Kelly.
So my wife, New York Italian. I don't need that.
2 days in a row. But
No, I like you all a lot.
you live in this you live in the city of brotherly love. Just
I know.
explain people the difference that love isn't always romantic. Sometimes it's
I know we love everyone.
I love you, Kelly.
As long as they're winning, we love them.
I'm not afraid to say it. It's philo love. We learned that in the Bible too. 3 different types of love. Anyways, what are you doing, Joe?
I'm actually putting stuff in comments on LinkedIn.
Oh, okay, I thought you were ignoring me. I was going to be a.
No, I wasn't. Come on.
How's your day?
It's going all right. Had to get some things taken care of, and I'm at some point in a few I'm going to get some more client work taken care of. But it's okay right now. I need to really take a break.
Yeah.
All right, so
exactly.
I want to come back
to unclutter your mind. I'm totally with you. It's okay.
Hey, let's hit up Samir real quick. So Samir is basically asking us about the job search right now in the United States. It's tough. Whoa, I haven't seen the latest numbers. I haven't looked because I've been preoccupied with some other stuff. So I haven't looked and seen what the unemployment rate is now. But I'm
looking right now.
It's at 16.3 million.
So it's still pretty bad. But here's the thing. Let's talk about some strategies. First of all, Samir, I want you to go to projecthelpyougrow.com because it's free. You don't need any money. You can read a resume blog written by my friend Curtis Tompkins. It's on there. You got to go back a little bit. It's been a while. I need a new blog, Curtis. That's what I need from you. And I got to get you guys on the show. But Kelly, if you want to talk about maybe some tips.
Can we pull up his can we look at his profile together? Maybe we can give him some.
Yep. Hang on a second.
If he's open to that, we can give him some feedback on it.
Yep, I'll do it. Hang on, I gotta go.
That might be a cool exercise.
Yep.
Is this the gentleman?
Samir, we are gonna give you some love right now. I just gotta share my screen.
Is this the gentleman that I just saw in the comments a minute ago that said that it was $70 or something like that was a lot?
Yep. Okay, so Samir, first thing, I like your profile photo for distance and the way you're dressed and everything. The only thing I would change about that is I would try to give a smile.
Yeah.
I know in some places, and now India is one of them, where it's more serious. So now we're talking CV, not resume. So now if you're trying to get a job in the United States, you're still going to need to use a resume. But if you're trying to get a job in India, then you've got to get that CV. So know where you're trying to apply. That's still going to be the first thing. Also, my advice is going to change based on where you're trying to get a job. So if you're trying to get a job in India, then your profile photo actually is perfect for that because it is more serious. I don't know if you guys deal with India. I deal with India all the time. So you do need a cover photo. Go to canva.com, CNVA. If one of you guys can throw that in the comments for me, that'd be cool. Canva.com, you can free profile page. What I want you to do is just pick a picture that kind of represents what industry you're in or maybe where you're from, either way. But then take the writer. You can use a text. I want you to put 3 of your biggest professional strengths on there. So if you're a communicator, team leader, maybe you are systematic. Let's read a little bit about him. Let's find out. Worked in quality assurance, QMS, sales, customer support. So you could put quality assurance, QMS, sales as an example in your profile photo. So when people come right away, they know like, okay, this is Samir. He's He's professional, and this is what he's best at.
Ira, he can do the green open to work too, so that it's more, clear.
Yeah, absolutely. He certainly could do that. Here's another thing. In this description here, in your looking for opportunity, I want you to change that. I don't want you to get rid of looking for opportunity. I just want you to change the order. I want you to have this in the front,
Quality assurance, quality control.
in the back. And the reason why is because when people search, they're not searching for looking for,
That's
right? So give them what you do or what you want to do. And then at the end of it, if you want to put looking for, but you could simply shorten that whole thing down to the ONO, which is open to new opportunities. So anyways, there's some advice for me. Scrolling this down, you don't have a lot of connections, so you want to keep working on that. You're in the right spot. Make sure that you're commenting on posts. This is across the board now. This is not just LinkedIn. This is not LinkedIn advice. This is for everything. We lost other.
I'll say from a recruiter standpoint, that headline is really important, because when we do a search, all we get is your headline, right? So if we're searching for quality control engineers in a certain mile radius of a certain location, we're only going to get your headline. So that's your chance to capture our attention.
Looks like he's got some really solid experience. I will say this. From looking at this, you're probably going to want to start to eliminate some of these older positions.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want to have 20 and 30 years worth of stuff on there, especially if it's on your CV, because you're going to start to get that ageism issue. So take that out. This is great.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
He's got an impressive resume for sure.
He needs to get more content on there, and he needs to grow his network.
Here's a huge thing too.
Yeah.
Get these up. So these are like keywords in a resume. And so when someone like Kelly or any recruiter is out there looking for an employee to hire or a candidate to interview, they're going to be populating in the search term words like, sales, right? Customer service, whatever they're looking for. They're not going to be looking for, looking for opportunities. They're not going to be looking for, follow back or, all the different silly gimmicky things that people want to put in there. If you're seriously looking for a job, you need to give yourself the best chance you can across the board. This is why you hire people like Curtis to help you, get an appointment. Go to jobreadytoday.com. That's EY. So it's jobready, the number 2, DEY.com. Go there. You can buy his book for $4, but you also can set up an appointment. Now, if you're struggling financially, guess what Curtis does? Every Tuesday starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm the best pitch man you've ever had, Curtis.
You are.
5 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays, all the way through Wednesday. You can sign up. He's got a slot for resume writing, for cover letter, and for interview prep. There's only one slot for each, I believe. But so you've got to kind of get there early. So set your calendar for 5 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday for next week. Get there, sign up for one of those spots. That's $1 and change because of the transaction fee. It's $1, but then you have to pay the processing fee. So it's $1, whatever.
It's a steal.
So you can't find a better deal anywhere on the internet. I mean, these are services that you would normally pay hundreds of dollars for, and you can get for $1. And he's been doing it for over a year now. So we started that. He came on one of my shows and started it, and he's been doing it ever since. This dude is really good. Like I said, if you can't afford the lessons, get this book. Go to projecthelpyougrow.com. Go to jobreadytoday.com. You can go to panandnose.com too, by the way.
Yep.
Over 100 jobs right now, yeah?
Oh, hundreds. Yeah.
Yeah, there's tons of jobs on panandnose.com right there in Kelly's title, which is why I changed the screen so you can see that. Hang on a second. I need to change the branding thing real quick.
Yeah, we have like everything right now.
So
I mean,
there's the job ready today, right? So go to jobreadytoday.com, go to projecthelpyougrow.com, go to pananose.com. Samir, it will help you out. I hope that our little advice session there is something that you'll take to heart. And for the rest of you who are looking for a job, it should help you too.
make sure you connect with us if you're not connected.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I'm going to say this about life in general. We actually, on the Exit Your Way roundtable on Thursday, we had Jill Valdez, who is amazing, by the way.
Right. Yeah.
You don't know Jill Valdez. Connect with her too. She was going over the DISC, right? The DISC. And if you haven't read The 5 Love Languages, I suggest you read that book. But here's the thing. Most people don't consider how other people receive data, how other people receive information. They only consider how they internalize it and how they want it. And then most of us, if you're like most people, then that's how you're going to give it, because you just assume everybody's like you and they're not. So that's the fatal flaw. So what I want you to do is start to consider life from the POV of somebody else, from their position. So if I'm talking to Curtis, how does Curtis want to engage me? Which is different, by the way, than Joe, because Joe, I can be more silly, and that's okay. With Curtis, I got to be a little bit more straight, because Curtis is not goofy as I am. He's more goofy than he lets on.
Yeah, Curtis is like smooth.
Curtis is like
smooth.
The ninja comic.
He just laughs at me.
He'll get you with a joke, which you don't know he's actually telling a joke, and then you think back and you go, "That was really good."
Right.
It's stealth. He's the stealth comic. Maybe that's a better way to say it. But anyways, right. So when you are setting up your profiles on social media and if you're trying to sell something, right? I'm in sales. Joe's in sales, right? If you're trying to sell something, you're going to set up your profile a different way than if you're trying to find a job. You should. If you're not, you're making a mistake, right? You want to make yourself on social media come across as professional, of course, if you're trying to find a job, but also you want to use the terminology just like with the resumes. We're talking about ATS and keywords and all that stuff. You want to use the words that they're going to be searching for in your industry, in your region, because that changes too, by the way, right? It cracks me up. I have friends with LinkedIn. I have friends all over the world. So like when they say color and they spell it with the U, or Canada and they spell it with the U, it makes me laugh. My dad lives in the Ukraine, and my dad sent me a video at 11 o'clock last night because he was up early. And so I'm looking at this. I sell plotters. I've sold plotters for 20 plus years. So he was excited about this new plotter his print shop got. He sent me the video. And I'm very familiar with the model, the make and the model that they got. But it was interesting that the packaging was different. It had different words on it. And you know why? I was thinking about it. I was like, well, if they used the words that I'm used to seeing over here in the United States, it would have missed the mark. They had to speak the language of the locals, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to take all of that into consideration, not just as a job seeker, but as a person, whatever you're trying to do. Kelly runs Pananose, and she's dealing with business owners, right? So she has to present herself a certain way, use certain terms. She has to set up her profile in a way, not just on LinkedIn, not just on YouTube, not just on Facebook, but across the board, right? So we're coming to you from 3 different profiles. But if you're on Twitter, if you're on Pinterest, if you're on Instagram, you need to consider that you are out there. You're Googleable, Google searchable, baby.
Googleable. Hey, Ira, I just want to say something. I don't talk to as many job searchers usually because I'm working on behalf of clients to go find them people. Right. So the people I target are usually working. Hi, Ron. Wow. But I have a lot of people that will refer people to me or send me notes on LinkedIn saying, hey, can you just talk to me about some advice, right? So I'll talk to those people. Here's one thing I will say. I know you're frustrated. It's very difficult, but one thing to avoid doing is being really negative and ranting. Like, I know I'm doing everything right and no one's helping me. Don't do that, because I hear that a lot. And I'll tell you directly, don't do that. Because that's not going to help. You're not going to help yourself. You can't do that. You got to keep going. You got to keep your positivity, and you got to keep your head up.
negativity attracts negativity. So if you're negative, guess what's going to happen? It's going to go. Hey, can I say one thing before? I saw Ron Craig in there. Ron, how you doing? Just shout out anybody watching this that wants Bitcoin. Please message Ron. He is there for you. He
but he just wants you to say hi.
Yeah. And second thing, hi Paula, how are you? I love the new website you did. It's awesome looking. And third, Julia, thank you very much. I appreciate you saying what you did on there. I was reading some of the stuff as you were talking, Kelly. So
I was talking to Mike O'Connor on the phone the other day. We talk all the time, and I was talking to him, and I said, "How do you do this?" He goes, "Just Google it." He's like, "I learn everything by Google."
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I learn a lot by.
My wife learned how to build our shower. You guys all saw this on Facebook, right? You followed along. She built our shower from scratch. We hired a contractor who totally messed it up. I had to rip it out, so I did the demo. And then once the demo was done, she built the whole thing by watching videos on YouTube, but she searched them for Google. So it is amazing.
That is amazing. I had our shower redone just recently, and there is no way I had been able to do it. Now, Ron.
He's so nice. How does he
know? My God.
Like that?
Ron, you're a father.
Well,
I will say this, if I may, Ira. Your point when you were talking about targeting your LinkedIn profile and everything, that point is something that many people miss a lot. Because sometimes, I mean, LinkedIn profile, that's not. I mean, it's I know some things here and there, but I look at some LinkedIn profiles and it is bare. Like this gentleman that we just finished looking at, it was pretty cool, all the stuff that he had. But some LinkedIn profiles are bare, and many are looking for opportunities and don't realize the power of LinkedIn. I mean, you tell it all the time, you lay it out there for everybody to know, but I mean, I don't think that people really, take hold to it. So I'm just hoping that after watching this here, that people will really consider at least making some change. And for the job seekers that are dealing with difficult situations and they feel like that they are not getting any help, I understand how it can be when you are strapped for cash and you can't find out what you're looking for. I don't mind job seekers reaching out to me. I mean, I may not be able to provide full service for you, but I can do something for you.
Yeah.
I can do something for you, and I can at least point you in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
So I've given an open invitation to job seekers. You have no money, that's fine. You can let me know that, look, I don't have anything, but I mean, I'm looking to be pointed at least in the right direction, and
right.
I'll point you in the right direction.
I run Project Help You Grow 100% for free for that exact reason. I understand that people, when they're job searching, especially if it's an extended search, don't have money to pay for professional services. And those are the ones who really do need the help the most. The problem that I run into a lot of times is people, and I was talking in jest about this a couple of days ago with my comments that were posted about, I'll tell you too. People want a magic button. They just want to hit the button and it's done. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
You are not paying for the service, right? It's self-service. What you're going to get from people is the information on how to learn how to do it yourself. So then you have to take the onus to do it. Now, if I would have paid somebody, now this is a bad example because I did pay somebody to build my shower and they messed it up, so we had to do it ourselves anyways. But if I paid somebody who was competent to do the shower, then my wife wouldn't have had to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But the fact is, we got to the point where we couldn't afford to pay somebody to do it again right. So then it was like, okay, well, we have to buy the materials and we have to put in the time. And I'm going to tell you, my wife worked her butt off for weeks. It took her like 3.5 weeks to get the thing done. But, it's beautiful. It works great. The shower, if I had paid somebody to make it and they had made me that, I would have been completely happy. I wouldn't have had to bust it out and start over. So it's the same thing with the resumes or the interview prep or any of that stuff. You can get the information you're looking for on places like Job Ready Today and Project Help You Grow, and even Pananos.com has some information on it. You can go and find the information that you need, but you're going to have to Curtis's point, you're going to have to do some, if not all, of the work yourself.
Right.
What I do, I'll 100% fully disclose what I do. I get 100 or more emails a day from job seekers asking me for help. I find a blog that I've published or a podcast that I've published on that topic, and I send them the link to it. Now, if they follow up with another basic question, I'm just done, because you're going to have to like put the big boy pants on, the big girl pants on, and own this thing. You know what I'm saying? But if you come back to me with an intelligent question, like, okay, I watched it, I don't understand this part of it. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to take you under my wing, and I'm going to invest some time in you, because you've shown me that you actually are going to put in the effort. If you're just looking for me to do it for you, look, I call it Project Help You Grow, because I'm helping you grow. I already know how to do it. I know how to write a resume. I know how to do an interview. I know how to get a job. If you're struggling to find a job, you need help. First thing you might need to do is just understand that. You might think you've got this thing down, but you don't, because you wouldn't still be looking. There are still companies hiring right now. Lots of companies are hiring. So the jobs are still there. The competition is higher. Absolutely. But if you really know how to do this, you can still find a job. But what do we know? Three out of four resumes don't make it past the screen. Why? Because they weren't written correctly. That's why.
It's a lack of effort.
But if those people knew how to do it for real, they wouldn't have that problem. And that statistic would be much different. The fact is, people don't know how to do it. So you have to at first even understand where are you failing in the process? Are you not getting any response from anybody? That means your resume is not getting seen by anybody. If you're getting the interview, but you're not landing the job, then there's the problem in your interview prep. Or the other case, and I always tell this to people, you're applying to jobs that you're just not qualified for. And so you just need help figuring out where you really are. Because so many people want to be the VP of this or the director of that, and they have 1 or 2 years experience. It's like, no, man, you've got to go.
That's gonna happen.
You really need to read the qualification list as a must-have. If you don't have 80% of it, you're likely not going to get the job. And that's the cold hard fact. It's easier to get promoted from within right now than it is to get promoted externally. That hasn't historically been the case. Historically, it's been the opposite. If you wanted to climb the ladder, you had to leave the company because they saw you at a certain spot, and you had to move to somebody who could see your potential. But right now, because of the ATS, and they're looking for all these things and keyword matches, if you don't match, they're not even going to see you to consider you. If you could get the interview, and this is where networking helps, right? If you can get somebody to get you past the ATS and into the interview round, now take everything I say and set it aside. But because most people are getting the interview through the ATS process, it's hard to climb the ladder at the same time. So you have to already be qualified. But if you learn to network with people well, make a relationship with them and say, hey, you know what? I've never been a director of sales, but I've been a sales manager for 20 years. Would you put me into consideration? Now, because they know you, they're more likely to do that. You see what I'm saying? Once you get to the interview round, the resume is almost irrelevant. Now it's about rapport, showing them that you can satisfy the job. It's about knowing what the salary pocket is and making sure you're asking for something that's appropriate. If you ask for somebody a salary that's too low, it's just as bad as that asking for a salary that's too high. So you have to do your homework. You also have to show them that you really want it, because nobody wants to hire somebody who's lukewarm. They want to hire somebody who's going to come in red hot, on fire for that job. That's how you land a job in today's economy. I know how to do it. Do you? If you need help and you send me a question and I send you the answer, and then you send me a basic question, I'm done with you. And I'm not trying to be rude. It's just there's only so many people I can help, and I want to help the ones that were seriously hungry. Hungry is the word I like to use. Are you hungry? You are. When I give you homework, you're going to do it. If not, I don't care if you're my family. I don't care if you're my best friend. I don't have time to waste with people who are wasting my time. There's much to do.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If someone asks me for help and I give them something, it could be something really small and they don't follow through on it, I'm done. If there's not a good excuse. If I'm taking my time to do it.
Got all these comments.
I know Ron was like, I came prepared. Basically, he said, I came prepared without pants.
No.
In case I get on. That's funny.
I offered Mike a spot in the room. So follow me live, because we're gonna wrap this up in the next 5 minutes. Follow me live is about one thing. It's about teaching people how to excel on social media. The hardest part that people have is, how do I connect with folks who I don't already know? The number one advice I want to give you across every platform is to get in the comment sections. I've got somebody in the comments. I want to pull her up. Sherry Robertson. Okay. She is in the print industry. Very friendly, very personal. She's growing like a weed right now on LinkedIn. She has 451, if I've got the number right, new followers in the last week, because David Rosenthal has a thing for the print industry, calls it movers and shakers. It's along the same line as the Mueller report from Brenda Mueller, which I'm on her Rockstar over 100,000 follower list too, which she does once a month, right? So I usually grow somewhere about 12,000 followers a month. I only know that because Brenda keeps track. This week I grew 2,600 followers, which is a little bit low for me. I only know that because David keeps track. But Sherry won the title. She's been dominating, but last week she actually got beat, so she came in second place. But she won the highest percentage of growth, which is really cool. And this week I think she did 15.5%, if I remember it. But anyways, I'm going to tell you why she's growing. And Sherry, if you don't know why you're growing, let me tell you why. It isn't because of any post. It's because of how you comment. You're friendly in the comments. You engage in the comments. That's why you're going to grow. If you do that on YouTube, if you do that on Instagram, if you do that on Pinterest, if you do that on Twitter, if you do that on Facebook, if you do that on LinkedIn, you will grow everywhere, right? This isn't a singular platform advice. This is social media advice as a whole. The other thing you want to let people know is that you're not just about yourself. When I go onto a profile and I see they have 10,000 followers and they follow 70 people, I bounce right back out, because I know that that person is selfish and they're not win-win. What I'm looking for is somebody who's equal, right? You got 5,000 followers, you're following 5,000 people. I think that's right where you want to be. I don't know anybody on LinkedIn who has the size of a network that I do, who follows everybody back still, but I still do it. It takes me time. Every single day when I wake up, I go to the followers page and I add everybody that followed me while I was asleep. And then throughout the day, I probably do it about 10 times throughout the day. If you follow me throughout the day, you probably only have an hour or less of a gap between you following me and me following you back. And I do that on every platform. And the reason why I do that is because I want people to know I'm not selfish. Life is too short to be selfish. Read my profile. I really mean it. You can say it, but this is how I show it. Now, if you want to be like me, if you want to grow like I have, then that's the attitude that you need to adopt. I'll tell you, you adopt that attitude for life. Consider people's point of view. So it's not just you. How do they want to receive it? What's going to make them happy? What are they feeling, thinking, and all that stuff? If you can get in that place where you consider that and you show that you are win-win, if it's not win-win, it's not SPN. If you can adopt that mentality, you'll be successful everywhere in anything you do. We were talking about Joe, the finance guy. Then we were talking about Joe After Dark. And I'm like, Joe, I could help you be successful with any moniker, any whatever. We could position
any branding I wanted to do.
Yeah, any way you want to position yourself, we could make it successful. Why? Because of your personality. Right? That's what makes Joe Joe. It isn't the name Joe the finance guy, which is a great name. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, disparaging it. And I love the logo. I love the fedora. I love everything about it. The colors, awesome. Black and white.
My wife did an awesome job with it.
Yep, she's hired. But at the end of the day, look, Kelly and I get along so well because Kelly's got my back and I got her back. Curtis and I get along really well. You know why? Because I've got his back. You know what I mean? Joe, I throw you under the bus every day because I love you, brother.
Hey, listen, I'm good with it. I think the group of friends that we have on here and taking the online offline
Yeah.
has helped because
Amazing.
getting to know everybody, getting to know Curtis, Kelly, Ron Craig.
Kelly, you said it. You said it, I think, in Nick's show yesterday.
The virtual family.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I can text you guys at any time. You'll respond, call you, whatever, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, texting. If you text me, you know I'm right there.
Yeah.
I always respond back. It's when people, you know, like when I'm dark. Yeah, Joe lives under the bus. Thanks, Mike. I'm a troll under the bridge.
He was born under the bus.
But I was gonna say I'm bad sometimes at the DMs when we're all DMing each other, like doing the direct messages. But
Ron,
sorry,
Ron, not to feel bad about this. I think a lot of people feel this way. Let me give you guys a word of advice here. Automation on LinkedIn is against the rules. So be careful. If you value your LinkedIn account, I would suggest you unautomate everything LinkedIn, because if they find out about it, they will pull you so fast your head will spin. So don't do that.
I don't understand automate. What are you?
Automation is like a third-party software that will do some things for you. Now, LinkedIn has like their premium services. I'm part of Sales Navigator, and I can do some stuff through that, and that's okay. Obviously, it's through LinkedIn. But when you have a third-party,
they don't like it.
Chrome extension or whatever, yeah, you're violating their user agreement. So you just
they don't like it.
If you're now, I'm telling this specifically to you, Ron, because I know you're making your money in part, at least via LinkedIn. You want to be careful with what you incorporate, because you're putting your livelihood at risk. So for me, Bowman Digital Media, Project Help You Grow, Bowman Coaching, I wouldn't work at Exit Your Way. None of this would have happened without my LinkedIn stuff, right? I will never, this is one of the reasons why, frankly, I won't be a VA for people. I get asked all the time, hey, will you be my virtual assistant and log into my LinkedIn account and post for me and all that stuff? I'm like, nope, I'll do it for your company page because you can make me an admin and I can do it for my profile. That's legal, right? So you just...
So doing it on a
homework before you
Did I lose you?
Nope, I'm still here. I didn't hear the last part of it though.
Doing it on a company page is okay.
Yes. That was weird. What's going on?
It's jumping.
It was like you were on like rewind and fast forward. It was so funny.
Who was? Curtis?
You.
No, you're Joe.
Me. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, wait till you watch this back. That was hilarious. Anyways, but no, it's okay if you...
I'm Max Headroom.
So what happens is, okay, so like, for example, I just signed up a new customer, California Grown Hemp, right? And so I'm managing their new page. So the owner of the page will then go to the admin and, make Ira the company page, just like I did with Ligaroo and like I did with, West Bay Financial Group. Yeah, all of them. Anybody that wants to make me a social media manager for their company, they just go onto the profile, the admin, and then add me. And then I can comment, I can post, I can do whatever I want, just like, the page owner.
But it's because it's a company page, it's okay.
Right.
But when you're doing it on your personal profile,
right? Like you could add me as an admin to Joe, the finance guy. In fact, you probably should. But
I could, anyways.
You could, and then I could comment for you, right? But for Joe Stepke, your personal account, I won't log in.
Gotcha. I get it. That's what you and I think we talked about that before, because that's how come I won't let anybody touch the.
I get that request a lot.
Yeah.
People like, I don't want to drive my own LinkedIn account. I want somebody else to do it. And I'm like, you can find people out there who don't have a LinkedIn profile who have nothing to lose, but I have a lot to lose.
Right.
So I pay attention to those rules and I follow them really close.
Right.
So, I'm not saying that other people can't do it for you. I'm just saying I can't. And that's why. So hopefully that all makes sense. This was funny. Joe, the rewind guy. There's another.
What is it?
Because he fast forwarded. Didn't you see that? You were looking down, I guess. But he was talking. He was talking, and then we lost his audio, and then it was like Have you ever been watching a show and they fast forward it in the show? You're watching it, but the double time or triple time or whatever. That's what happened to Joe. It was really funny.
That's so weird. Paula.
A lot of people don't feel bad. Look, a lot of people don't follow everybody back. I started doing that way back in May of 2018. I said, I'll follow you back. And I've been doing it ever since. I do it every day. Some of my friends who have large accounts go, how do you keep up with it? I go, you know what? It's kind of like the weeds in the garden. If you do it every day, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
If you miss any chunk of time.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I just told you I added 2,600 followers this week. So if I had to go do that now for the whole week, I wouldn't do it. It takes too long. But, you know, by doing it every day, in fact, doing it multiple times a day, in full disclosure.
It would be better if there was just a button on your, when you go to it, that you could just click once and everybody could, for that day, that would automatically be followed.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, well, there are automation programs that do that for you. They follow people, and then if they unfollow you, they unfollow them, which I would love that, actually. I would love to unfollow everybody who follows me and then unfollows me. I was talking about on my Follow Me live a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was last week anyways, about somebody who smeared me.
Yes, it was last week. I heard it.
Yeah, the smear campaign. And when that happened, I lost a lot of followers. I lost over 10,000 followers and connections. I lost a ton of momentum.
Wait a minute. You lost 10,000 over that?
Oh, yeah. That happened. When that happened, I was at a vertical incline. The pace I was growing at was faster than I'm growing now. But then that happened and it killed my momentum because I was virtually unknown to most people. The person who did it had, not anymore, I've passed him up, but at the time he was much larger than me. And so people liked him and trusted his word. And so they believed that I was this cyberbully guy. And anyways, so that killed my momentum. And, you know, I didn't unfollow those folks. It just, you know, it happened.
I know the history behind it, but
yeah, I'm not going to get into all that story. Needless to say, I'm going to let my actions speak for themselves. If you don't know, you know, just look at what I do.
He's a bigger person.
You can look at what people say about me. Most of it's very good. Everybody's going to have some haters. It just is what it is. But I let my actions speak for themselves, professionally and personally. I don't, you know, Kirsty Bonner said it best. Ira, you don't have to defend yourself. People know.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. You know, I wrote a post and then I yanked it off like 5 minutes later because Kirsty told me, she's like, you don't need that. You know, people know you by now, which is good. That's one good thing about doing the project and helping people. You know, it's my heart's on my sleeve. You know it. If you don't, if you don't know it, then that's great.
A bad wool coat.
If you know the whole story, then you definitely know why that's funny. Shed that wool. Anyways, enough. Let's move on. So, any big plans this week, Kelly? You didn't.
We're going to. Eric and I are going to the beach.
Okay, the turn, New Jersey again. That place?
No.
A different.
No, we went to Ocean City, New Jersey before. This time we're going to Dewey Beach, Delaware, which I've never been to, but my girlfriend has a house that she gave to us for the week. So, is that nice?
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm. So we're excited. We're going to do all kinds of fun stuff. I'll work in the mornings and then we'll go play in the afternoon.
This is funny. I was talking to Damien. No, wait, who was I talking to?
LeBron is not better than Jordan. I'd stay behind him. Michael Jordan is best of all.
Way better. Yeah, way better. No, so Mike agrees with me. It was Andrew Cross. And that's where I told everybody, okay, don't send your Bitcoin request to Ron Craig. Send them to Andrew Cross.
Right.
Tell him Ira said hi. Now this I got to agree. Anybody who thinks Batman could beat Superman.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But Batman could. I don't need to go into that stuff. Remember, that's going to be Joe After Dark.
There you go. Sabrina's seen my heart. In fact, I don't know if you guys know this. Well, Kelly, obviously you do. and Curtis you do too. So she was my intern for about a month. Project Help You Grow. I'd started an intern program. I had to cancel because of my furlough and then getting laid off with the starting of Bowman Digital Media. I had to regroup, but she is an amazing person, and anything I can do to help her, I'm up to do it. I feel bad. She reached out to me. She's like, "Can we have a meeting this week?" For this week that's passed. But because I was on vacation the week before, I was behind. Like literally, I'm going to bed later and getting up earlier than I normally do because I'm catching up. So I'm like, I can't do it this week, but we'll do it next week. Sabrina, let's get that on the calendar. She was asking about writing a blog, getting a blog started. This is a lady that wants to become a music mogul in the music industry. She wants to start her own VA company, and she wants to get going with the blog. So I am excited to help her if I can. I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost in the comments there a little bit, but
what are you doing this weekend, Curtis?
yeah, what do you got going on, Curtis?
Work. I'm going to be working in some relaxation too. Huh?
You work a lot. You texted me. Was it text or something? You reached out to me last night. I was like, is it midnight there already?
I don't.
Maybe it was the day before. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be up late.
You work a lot because you get up early with your post. Your post is out before I'm awake. So I always feel bad because like you tag me in your post, which I 100% appreciate. And then I feel bad when I get tagged in a post and I don't comment on it right away. But
it's okay.
Curtis, this week I am so sorry.
It's
I know you like clockwork. You probably did, and I am sorry that. But I've been seeing it on Facebook when I go on.
Right.
I love seeing your stuff in the morning.
I mean, can you people do all of these social media sites? You're making me tired just thinking about it.
What?
It's called the phone app.
I just got LinkedIn. I know I do everything on my phone, most of everything on my phone.
Well, when I get up in the morning, usually I would go to Curtis's post. It's usually the first thing I see. So he gets all of Joe first thing in the morning. He gets everything, and I can look at the message that he's saying. And
I love it. It's almost always a we've talked about this, Joe. It's always something that makes you think.
Right.
I mean, sometimes it's a little bit more lighthearted, and sometimes it's but like today, you were talking about negativity and how that mindset, can hold people back.
Yep.
You have to work hard. I think my comment was, I work really hard every day to become an overnight success. I'm still working at that, by the way. I haven't arrived. But it is a lot of work. But anyways, if you're not following Curtis, if you're not connected with him, connect with him. But, you want to jump on his post. He does it on Facebook and on LinkedIn. So you can catch him on either platform.
Yep.
And a lot of times I actually see you on Facebook before I see you on LinkedIn. Here's a little tidbit you guys don't know about Ira. When I wake up, I don't turn on LinkedIn first. I turn on Facebook because it's less for me. There's less stuff, so it's easier for me to get through, and then I feel like I've accomplished something. So, anyways, now you know if you want to hit me.
All right, come on. Somebody ask me what I'm doing. Come on.
What you doing, Joe? What you doing?
I don't even care.
Well, funny you should ask. I really appreciate you even asking when I'm doing this weekend and this week while I'm off. So I'm really trying to.
You're always off, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm always off.
Do you work?
But I am, for all the older gamers out there, I am gaming this weekend. I'm going to be on Overwatch, Xbox One. So, and my screen name is Dark Claw 1030. So feel free, connect with me on Xbox One. I'm a gamer, so please, if you play Overwatch,
hold on, let's go get my son. Hey, Eric.
I don't mind.
Dark Claw 1030. So the 10 represents the age, the 30 represents
10 represents the age, and the 30 represents the year I was born. No.
Joseph
October 30th.
Busting you out. He's like, that game is so old, is it even still a thing?
What? Overwatch?
That's what he's saying.
Hey, what? No, he did not say that. Did Eric just say?
It's in the comments, bro.
Oh, him.
Joseph
Yeah.
Van Dyne.
Oh,
Let me tell you about
Yes,
Joseph Van Dyne.
Overwatch is still a thing.
First
Joe,
of all,
come on. We
What
just
do you think?
Joseph Van Dyne right now has a pandemic. He has a COVID-19 beard that's more impressive than Curtis's right now. I'm just saying. He was helping me transfer over the Project Help You Grow. A lot of you guys may or may not know this, but Dealers League, who Joe is one of the founding owners, Joseph Van Dyne and Michael Massa created Dealers League. They are the developers who created Project Help You Grow for me, the website. Anyways, I was working with Joseph because we were changing the server location earlier this week, and he came on, and he had this beard that was just like, I had to say, like, props, bro. It was awesome. So, anyways,
and it looked good.
Oh, it looks great.
Oh,
It
that's
looks great.
It's hard to pull off a good beard. I
It is.
couldn't do it.
He's younger than I am, so he's not follically challenged. Some of us in the room,
Follically challenged. Okay,
Yeah.
That's not
that's
hard.
what I'm going through. I didn't know.
you
But
you know
Joseph
what I'm talking about.
If you play, connect with me on Xbox One.
Yeah, Xbox One. What is that? Is that like Marvel?
Microsoft Xbox game?
Is that like DC and Marvel?
No. Well, yeah, a little bit. I also have a PS4. Oh, I got to tell you this before we get off. I was playing the VR Iron Man because I got the PS4.
You notice how excited this dude gets when he's talking about these things.
Oh my god, it was awesome! I was Iron Man for hours using the VR. I got my VR headset right up there. It is. There you go, Kelly. Yeah, take a picture. You're right.
Oh no, I'm videoing this. Go ahead. Talk about
But,
Keep going, Joe.
but anyways, it was awesome. I was Iron Man for hours. I mean, I'm flying in my office, even though it's VR. I mean, I was Iron Man. That was just incredible.
I remember when California Dreamin', and I think they have this in Disney World too. They came out with that flying ride. Do you guys remember that? I think this was like 10 or 15 years ago, maybe even more than that. But
Well,
you got
right?
and your legs hung, but you were in like a theater. So it was like the first kind of like virtual reality.
Right. Yep.
So you wore the glasses and then you sat and then they kind of moved you around. And anyways, it was like you're flying. I thought that's the coolest ride ever.
I mean, and it is. VR is freaking, but they've even gone one better. The Harry Potter ride at Disney.
yeah.
Smells and stuff too.
Or is it Disney or Universal? It's Universal Studios, but the Harry Potter one, it is.
Yeah, I think they call those 4D rides now.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They're just the Spider-Man one. I don't know if you ever went that one where the car itself costs like it's $1 million per car. I loved it. I mean, it was the best thing. And if you ever go down and you're going to do Universal Studios, stay at the Hard Rock Hotel and get the Fast Pass.
It's right there. Yeah.
It's the best thing because you can ride there, keep going through the rides. I loved it. But the Spider-Man one, it's great. But using the VR down here, awesome. All I can say is awesome.
I got to come and hang out with you for a week, man. That'll be too much fun. I won't get any work done that week, probably.
No, you probably wouldn't. It would be all about video games and having a good old time. So that's what it would be about.
All right. Well, guys, this has been a lot of fun. It's been a different, this worked out a lot different than I thought it was going to, but that's okay. It was Follow Me. Now, what I want to tell everybody is I'm about to launch the Follow Me Friday post. It's a text-only post. The video post that I do this usually gets somewhere between, 3,000, 5,000 views on a Friday. It's not huge, but it is, to me, it's more fun. But the text-only post is the big one. That's the one every week it hits 100. On a bad week, it hits 100. On a good week, it hits 200. But it usually lands somewhere at about 150. 150,000 views. Okay? So here's why I'm telling you this. This is not about bragging. I really don't care. My post yesterday went 100,000. I could do that any day I want. Here's the reason why I say it. You are looking to build your network. That's why you're here on Follow Me Live. Follow Me Friday is so much bigger. Make comments. But here's the strategy if you really want to grow. It's called Follow Me. You need to go make a comment, tell everybody you want, you're open to followers and connections and all that stuff. Then what you want to do is you want to go visit the profile of every single person who makes a comment and hit the follow button while you're there. There's no rejection. You don't have to worry about anything. Then you go into the comment after you follow them and you tell them, look, I just followed you. I'd love it if you'd follow me back. The reason why you do that, even if they don't follow you, is now everybody else in the comment stream is going to know, hey, here's a live one. This one will play the game with me. And that's really what this is. We're gamifying it all, right? But now you can also, if you want to really win, this is the pro tip. If you really want to win, say something. What are you doing this weekend? How about that? We'll use that since we all said, well, I didn't, but everybody.
Yeah. What are you doing this weekend?
What are we doing this weekend? I will tell you what I'm doing this weekend in the comments. Okay. So find us there, comment. Don't just do it today and then go away. Come back every couple hours. Go through the comments, do it again. If you do that, you can grow 1,000, 1,500 people. I think the record that I know of is 1,100. I can say I know somebody who's grown by 1,100 in one weekend. Okay. They did what I'm telling you. They were personable in the comments and they kept coming back. They worked it the whole weekend. Follow Me Friday actually lives the whole weekend, just so you know.
Yeah,
it doesn't just stop. In fact, a lot of times when I launch this week's, I'll start getting comments again on last week's. And that's okay. That's why I use the same hashtag. You can search that hashtag, follow me, and it works really well. Okay. This guy plays Call of Duty and he plays Fortnite. I'm going to have to go in the comments because Mike's writing a freaking novel right here. He's so used to having to write all these words.
Who plays Fortnite?
Oh, that's what it's called. It's called
the whole Bowman family plays Fortnite except for me. They got the headsets, and I mean, every room in this house is got.
I have to slow down on the Fortnite with Eric. We're trying to focus on Minecraft.
Well, I mean, Logan plays that too. Logan plays Minecraft, Fortnite, and Rainbow. He plays Overwatch with me. But
Roblox?
Yeah, Roblox. Yeah, I've seen that one. That's a different one. But he plays it out of my
feeding the monkey at the zoo. You know you're not supposed to do that?
What?
Or maybe it's the lion. Something.
What?
Julia's stroking Mike O'Connor's ego. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Look, you got in, Julia. Very good. All right, it worked.
All right, y'all. We need to wrap this up. Follow me. First of all, thank you for joining. I'll be here again next week. I'm going to try to start doing this about the same time so that people can just put it on their calendar. So plan on 10 o'clock-ish, somewhere 9:30 to 10 Pacific, a.m. Pacific time every Friday. I'm going to try and come on and just do this as a normal show. Catch Joe and I, named to be massaged and finalized in the coming days, but we'll be on Wednesday now. It'll be this Wednesday.
It'll be this Wednesday.
Yeah, so we'll start it, and it's going to be something along the lines of coffee with Joe. Wednesday's coffee with Joe or something.
A cup of Joe?
Well, I don't want to do that because he's not so I'm going to play. We're going to play off the Joe because hello, have you seen me? Coffee and Joe. So it's too good to pass up. It's kind of like the softball. We got to hit it. But anyways, that'll be this Wednesday. And then follow us again next week. But right now, what you need to do, give me like 5 minutes. I got to write the post because I don't automate. So I got to write the post. In about 5 minutes, it will be up. I hope to see y'all there. Guys, I'm going to turn on the music. And thank you for joining me on the show.
Thank you for inviting us.
I like it, Joe. I like it.
You like it? That's the camera.
So, I picked this music and I thought it was just going to be me and Joe. So sorry, guys. Joe is so funky, I had to do it.
I always try to Shazam, but it's always too late.
And what did you say, Kelly?
I always try to Shazam. Do you know Shazam? Like you can get the music.
Oh, the show?
Shazam is an app, and if you hit it, it'll tell you what the music is playing wherever you are.
Oh,
Later, guys.
See you later. Bye, Kelly.